Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy, the ZD Special, back with another special video for you guys. And in this video, we're going to be rebuilding the worst team from the first year of the Magic and Bird era, which after simulation ended up being the Washington Bullets with a 20-62 record. Here's a quick look at their roster. Looks like morale is down across the board with this team. Jeff Rulin is the top overall player. Should be an 86, but he's down to an 82. Greg Ballard, Ricky Sobers, Frank Johnson, Jeff Malone, Rick Mahorn, Tom McMillan, and then I don't think I've ever heard of any of these other guys. So, yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty tough one. I'm going to give myself all the way through the Magic and Bird era. So essentially, by the start of the Jordan era, if I haven't won a championship, I'll consider this one yet another fail. And before I get started, while we're at it, make sure you guys follow my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/thezd special. I'm definitely looking forward to having some more viewers in that stream. I've been streaming pretty consistently over the past month, at least 4 or 5 nights a week. So yeah, if you guys want to see me stream on Twitch live, just go ahead and drop a follow on my channel. And before I start the video, just a reminder, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment on any types of videos you guys want to see next, what you thought of this video, things like that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to the video. We're going to start this off by simulating the very first playoffs of this sim, finding out who wins the first championship, since it won't be us. Let's see, so the Sixers in Atlanta, and then Utah and Denver in the West Finals. Philly and Denver, let's see who wins the championship here. It's going to be the Nuggets. They win in 6, with Alex English being the finals MVP. But yeah, now let's go ahead and start the first official offseason for the Washington Bullets and bring them back to life before the start of the Jordan era. And here we are at the draft lottery. In most situations, a team wouldn't be involved in this, but since the lottery at this point was just pretty much 2 teams, 50-50 chance for the top pick, it's down to us and the Kings. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see if we land the number 1 or number 2 pick. We get the number 1 pick. I've got a good feeling who I'm going to take here in the 1984 draft to start this team. And I am up now with the first pick in the draft. No messing around here. I didn't mean to do an auto draft, but that's what I was going to take anyways. I was going to take Michael Jordan, number 1 overall. Not going to make it too complicated. Now let's go ahead and get into free agency. All right, so as you can see, we really don't have any cap room this year. So I decided to look at the actual salary cap table for the team, and I saw Rick Mahorn, Greg Ballard, and Jeff Rulin all making a combined $1 million, which in this day and age was about 25% of the entire cap. So I'm going to try and look for a trade for those 3 guys to get us a good draft pick in next year's draft, where we could have a chance at drafting like Patrick Ewing or Karl Malone. So let me go ahead and put these 3 guys in the trade finder, and I'll let you guys know what I decide on in terms of the best offer. All right, so this first deal I'm going to offer is a little bit risky. I'm offering Jeff Rulin, Greg Ballard, and Rick Mahorn all to the Pacers, along with our 1988 second round pick for their unprotected pick in next year's draft, in addition to Herb Williams to, I guess, take Jeff Rulin's spot. We'll see if they accept this. They might not. So they agree to it right away. So we have 2 pretty valuable unprotected first in the 1985 draft. Now let's go ahead and take a look at free agency and see who I can target this season. Hopefully get Jordan a little bit of help early in his career. I also just got this offer through the trade finder, which I'm definitely going to accept. I don't know why Seattle would offer this, but I'm giving them Tom McMillan and a 1986 second round pick for their 1986 top 3 protected pick. Why would I not do that? I'm just going to go ahead and accept that right now. Okay, so we've added now 2 first round picks with just 2 trades. Let's go ahead and get into free agency now and look and see who's available. I'm literally just going to release all of the cap holds I have because I don't want any of these guys back. I'm good. So with 1.72 million cap space now, I could pretty much go after whoever I want. Do I just want to try and get a couple more young players so they can be bad this season? Or do I go for Gus Williams and we probably make the playoffs year 1? I say we look for some younger guys that might not be quite ready to win a lot of games. Wes Matthews, he's 24. I can sign a guy like him to a 1-year contract. I won't sign him to a 1-year 750. Let's see if he accepts that. Probably pick up a power forward. We could bring Elvin Hayes back, retire with his original team. Why not? I don't think that he'll be that good. Why is it still trying to do stuff for me? Oh, because on okay, well I gotta turn all this off. Whoops. Yeah, see, I can't do both of those things. I could do that. I mean, he's a lot younger than Elvin Hayes. And we could potentially flip him. I think I'll actually do that. Thank you, computer. Billy Palt. Sure, buddy. You can join the team. Kenny Denard. Can't afford you. Caldwell Jones, welcome to the team. Okay. Here is the roster for Season 1. Herb Williams is our best player for now. Michael Jordan, Wes Matthews, Frank Johnson, George L. Johnson, Jeff Malone, Tony Campbell, who we got in the draft through the computer because I forgot to turn our pick off, and the rest of the team I don't think is really going to play. So I'll get into the season. Hopefully we start off pretty bad. I probably won't make too many moves, if any, Season 1, and then we will get into the off season of 1985, where we will hopefully have 2 really high up picks in the 85 draft. So I'm at the trade deadline right now. I'll show the record and stuff in a second. But I figured, why not try to fleece the Sonics once again? They already gave me their pick for, I think, the 87 draft? Possibly 86? Which one was it? 86, so next year's draft. But I'm going to see if I can potentially take their pick for this year, unprotected off of them, with a somewhat fair offer. I mean, it's not the worst, but I'm going to see if it'll work. So 2 future first, this Pacers first, for that first, and they accept it. So we get the Sonics #1 projected pick for this coming draft, unprotected. We are 10-31. Here is a look at the East standings, where we are pretty much nowhere to be found. We're 10-31, like I already mentioned. So we did just move one of our better players for the rest of the season for really no player in return. So I'm hoping that we finish this season off a little worse, which now we have a great position coming up in this next draft. And apparently Herb Williams is not really happy with this situation right now. So I'm going to look for an offer for him before I end this season. So I'll get back to you guys when I have that one on the table. The Bulls offered me this trade through the trade finder. Their 1985 top 3 protected first round pick. And then I replaced one of the players with this guy, Ozell Jones, just because he's on an expiring. We don't have to keep him for any more than 1 year. For Herb Williams, straight up. We'll see if they accept my player change in this one. They do not. They just want to add in Aaron Day, and we get Sidney Green. I mean, I'll do that if you give me someone that's not on a... Like, I'll take Rod Higgins instead. Will they do that? No. I don't want to give them another first, though. Why do they want to get rid of that guy so bad? Like, why specifically him? They really want to give me Sidney Green. Oh my gosh. I mean, screw it. We'll do it. Alright, so we pick up another first round pick in this 1985 draft. We might be able to stack this team up right away. Who knows? But let's go ahead and get through the rest of the season and find out what our record is. And this season's pretty much over. I didn't show this trade necessarily like recorded, but I did send this one right at the trade deadline for Sidney Green, a second round pick, which was pretty much like a first round pick, which with what the Pacers record is this season, and then Granville Waiters in return as well. 19-62 puts us, I think, at dead last in the East. Okay, no, the Knicks were just below us here at 18-64, and then in the West there were 2 other teams that were just below us, the Rockets and the Sonics. So our pick will probably be like the 4th best odds, and then we also have the Bulls pick. I don't know where that one's going to land necessarily, because there's a few other teams that are close to them in record. But we'll have their pick and the Sonics pick, which they were quite literally the worst team in the league, and we have that pick unprotected. So lots of assets going into the 1985 draft. We'll go ahead and send here through the playoffs, because I don't think we're going to have any awards. Michael Jordan is probably going to win Rookie of the Year. But other than that, we probably won't have much else. So I'll just get to the end of the playoffs, and then we will start Season 2. Not only did MJ win Rookie of the Year, he was also All-NBA second team and on the All-Defensive second team for the entire league. And then, of course, All-Rookie first team. Not very many interesting matchups. The one thing I will say, the Lakers in this sim are like far worse than they were at this time in real life. But we'll go ahead and start simming through this first round, see who advances. Utah has turned into an insanely good team. They were the first seed. They swept the first round. Yeah, I mean, everything else is pretty... I guess the Denver sweeping San Antonio. The Spurs really don't have much else other than like George Gervin and an aging Artis Gilmore, so kind of Not surprised by that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get through this next round. Let's see here. Sixers, Nets, Utah, Phoenix, cool. Then it's the Sixers and Jazz, and the Sixers lose another finals to, this time, the Jazz for the second straight year. Now let's go ahead and get into the off season. Here we go with the draft lottery. So we have odds at the #1 pick and #4 pick based on the lottery. So well, let's kind of quickly skip through these and see where we land. Okay, so the Knicks are at 7. I don't know if that was what was supposed to happen. The Kings are at 6. Okay. This might go well for our pick. No, we dropped a 5 with that one. Okay. That's still pretty good. I might be able to move up even from whatever I get here, because it's possible I get the 3rd pick. I really hope I don't. Okay, good. Ooh, I would really like if we got the 1st pick here. That would be awesome. And it looks like we are going to get the 1st pick in this draft. So definitely going to get Ewing or Malone here. Or wait, am I tripping? No, oh, I was like, what the heck just happened there? Okay, yeah, so we have the 1st and 5th pick. I was really scared. With the 1st pick, I am going to go with Patrick Ewing, pair him up with Michael Jordan here with the Washington Bullets. This is going to be a nasty duo, I'm not going to lie. Okay, whoops, forgot to move my camera back, but it looks like Chris Smalling is still available. He's the #3 overall prospect. Ooh, it is tempting to get Arvydas Sabonis too, and then just have like an absolutely dominant big man duo. I've seen him be really good in some of these sims that I do. I think I'm gonna go Arvydas. I'm gonna go Arvydas. I don't think that's a bad pick. We do have a chance at Mullen falling a little bit further because we do have the 9th pick, but they're gonna take Chris Mullen there at 6. So we'll go ahead and see who's here at #9. And then that should be the end of this draft for us. But dang, Joe Dumars would have been nice as like a 6-man behind Jordan, or even starting point guard. Terry Porter, he actually would have been really, really nice. Dang. Ooh, Detlef Schrempf. Ooh, or Xavier McDaniel. I don't know. Xavier McDaniel's kind of good too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with Xavier McDaniel. That might be a little bit crazy to take him over Detlef, but I think that'll be a risk worth taking. We have another pick in the draft. Let's see where that's at. Oh, wait. Okay, this is the 2nd round pick that we traded for. Bill Wennington, sure. First player I recognized. Okay, now let's get to the end of this draft. We are going to sign all of the rookies that we drafted this year. So Patrick Ewing, Arvydas Sabonis, Xavier McDaniel, and then Bill Wennington. My plan is probably to put Ewing at power forward alongside Sabonis at the center position, and then we'll have Xavier McDaniel as our 3 with Jordan at the 2. Not really sure who our 1 is at this point. I might be forgetting about somebody. Maybe Wes Matthews, I guess, is still pretty good. He did go up like 5 overalls during the past offseason. We would have to re-sign Wes Matthews. We will definitely bring him back, and then I'll look for a backup as well. So we'll do about 800K. Price a little bit for 3-year deal. Yeah, let's do that. I just looked at the cap holds. There's not really anyone else I plan on re-signing, so I'll look for another backup here, but there's really not, man. We'll keep that trade exception. The main positions we need to fill still are point guard and power forward. I guess in terms of best available is Slick Watts. I don't know if this is a real person, but we're gonna go ahead and pick him up for the minimum. I think he might sign. Get Harvey Catchings, sure. All right, here is the team upon the start of season 2. Michael Jordan's up to a 91. Ewing's at 83 starting off with Wes Matthews at 82. Xavier McDaniel's at 80 starting off. Tony Campbell goes up to 79. Arvydas is a 78. Jeff Malone still 76, and he's solid too. So I'll keep him around. George Johnson is a 76. He went down a little bit. Bill Wennington starting out as a 72. And of course, Chuck Robinson, who we just signed at a 73, goes down to a 69 as one of our backup bigs. So that'll probably be, I guess, our biggest concern. But not really. We have decent backups for who we have starting. So let's go ahead and get into this start of the next season. I'll take a look at rotations, and then we'll start sending some games. Probably just go to the trade deadline. All right, and here is a quick look at the rotation starting with season 2. So we have Wes Matthews, MJ, Xavier McDaniel, Patrick Ewing, and Sabonis as the starting lineup with Tony Campbell, George L. Johnson, Jeff Malone, and Bill Wennington, rounding out a 9-man rotation. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start simming now, and let's get into it. All right, and here's a look at the stat lines of the team. We are currently 18-20. I wasn't really banking on us being super competitive this year because we do still own our pick and a top 3 protected Supersonics pick for this year. I will not be too depressed or anything if we end up having a bad season. I'm hoping kind of for that at this point, but the team is doing pretty well, at least the guys that matter. So MJ's averaging 25, 5 and 6, 1.8 steals, 1.4 blocks. Wow. Ewing is at 18 points, 8 boards, 1.9 blocks. Sabonis averaging 14, 7 and 5, 1.3 steals, 1.6 blocks. Everyone else kind of doing their thing. So at this point, the only thing I really want to do is potentially get another pick in this year's first round, just to load up on young talent off the rip. Because I mean, I already have 3 like Hall of Fame players in the rotation, in Jordan, Ewing, and Sabonis. So let's see if I can get some of these older guys out of here, like Joe Bryant. Oh, I can't trade him. That sucks. Truck Robinson and Tom McMillan. I've been throwing him around like crazy. They know my strat with Tom McMillan. Surely one of these teams will give me a first for him. Ooh, we could do this. So the Nets 88 first round, top 3 protected pick, and Mike O'Corin. For George L. Johnson and Truck Robinson. I'll let this dude's contract expire. We give up that second. I don't really care. We're going to do that trade, and that will probably do it in terms of transactions for this season. I like the rest of the team. I think we just need to develop a little bit because we do have a lot of younger players. So yeah, let me go ahead and I'll sim through the rest of the season and find out what happens. It looks like a wild Ryan the bot has appeared. Wait. I'm getting a message. Ryan the bot says, if you do not subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say, but make sure you sub and follow my Twitch. We're here at the end of the second season, and thankfully we did not make the playoffs. We finished as a 36-46 team, 9th in the conference. Julius Erving, MVP, Rookie of the Year goes to Karl Malone, not Ewing. That's interesting. I guess we'll take a look at our guys' stats here in a second. John Drew, 6th Man of the Year. Moncrief, Defensive Player. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Michael Jordan does make All-NBA first team this season, though. He had some pretty efficient stats. Any other bullets on the All-NBA teams? We do not, because there's only 2 All-NBA teams right now. Not 3. He does make All-Defensive first team this season, though, so good improvement for him. Ewing does make All-Defensive second team as well. And of course, him and Sabonis make the All-Rookie first team. Oh, Xavier McDaniel makes All-NBA Rookie second team. So, pretty good amount of awards for us for not making the playoffs, but we'll go ahead and sim. I'm gonna move my camera again so you guys can see the full bracket. We're just gonna go round by round here. Not too much analysis. I think the same exact Eastern Finals as last year, but the Jazz are back in the finals against the Sixers, and they take them down once again. So the Sixers have made the conference finals/finals, I guess, every season so far, and they've lost all of them, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go ahead and get into the offseason here with the draft lottery. So the good thing about this, I guess, is it could land outside the top 4. There's a pretty solid chance of that happening, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and start simming the lottery, and we are going to find out where our picks land here. The Knicks landed the 7th. I think that means our pick jumps up. Can the reporter confirm? No? Oh, no, okay. We just move up to 6. And, okay. We get top 5 with our pick. Now, it is possible the Sonics pick falls and ours jumps. Okay. So... let's see, is this via Sonics?
Oh, baby!
The Sonics pick is it lands number 4. And then we land the number 3 pick as well. And I think another pretty loaded draft. So probably the best case scenario for us here in this draft lottery. let's go ahead and get into the draft and see who we're taking with number 3 and number 4. All right, so here we go with the 86 draft. The Bulls take Len Bias, number 1 overall. I don't think I was really going to pick him anyways. Number 2 goes Ron Harper. So we'll have some pretty good choices here, honestly. I know Brad Daugherty is going to be one of them. We'll see what trade offers I guess we have for this pick. Anything at quick glance? No, we don't need Ross Sampson. Okay. So let's go ahead and see who we have available here. Mark Price would pretty quickly solve our issue at point guard, I guess, in terms of depth. And I could easily put Mark Price in the starting lineup over Wes Matthews if he develops a little better. Dennis Rodman, we could use him off the bench. I mean, really, the same goes for all these guys that are up here. Like Drazen Petrovic, I could bring him in as a 6-man. Chuck Person could maybe start with our team. We have Xavier McDaniel. So if I'm going to upgrade any position, it's probably going to be... Yeah, it has to be point guard. I think it has to be. I think I'm going to go Mark Price. I'm going to take Mark Price. He will most likely... Oh, well, I guess I have another pick right after this, so it doesn't even matter. I could honestly get him, Mark Price, and, like, Dennis Rodman. I technically could do this. I could bring Brad Daugherty in, and he would be, like, a crazy 6-man. I'm going to go ahead and take him. That probably shakes up the rest of this draft pretty significantly, considering, like, we don't really need a center at all. So it'll be interesting to see where these other guys go, but I'm going to go ahead and sim to the end of this draft and find out what we're doing in free agency, if anything. If not, I'll just go ahead and skip the player progression, and we will see how the team is doing going into Season 3. And we've got player progression looking absolutely beautiful here going into Season 3. Jordan's up to a 95, Ewing is up to an 87, Sabonis is at 84, Wes Matthews still at 82. Xavier McDaniel jumps up only 1 to an 81. Tony Campbell goes up a couple as well, so he's up to an 81. And then Brad Daugherty, Mark Price, Jeff Malone, Bill Wennington. We've got quite the squad going into Season 3. I definitely expect to make the playoffs. So let's go ahead and get into it and find out how this team does. Here's going to be the rotation for season number 3. You have Wes Matthews at the point guard, then MJ, Tony Campbell starting, at least just to see this year. Patrick Ewing at the 4, Sabonis at the 5, Xavier McDaniel as a 6-man, Brad Daugherty, Mark Price, and Jeff Malone as our bench. That is probably the best bench in the league by far. So let's see if we can make the playoffs here, and I'll see you guys here at the end of the season. We are currently 24-17, puts us at 4th in the East. Here's a quick look at the team's stats. Ewing with some noticeable improvement. He's up to about 20 points, 11 boards, 2.3 blocks. Jordan's scoring is going down just a little bit to 23. He's still averaging 5.5 rebounds, 6.7 assists. Tony Campbell averaging about 13 points, and then Mark Price off the bench in his rookie season averaging 9 and 6. Brad Daugherty looks like in terms of efficiency a much slower start with 9.6 boards. Wes Matthews, I probably could just look to trade him away now and start Mark Price. That way we don't stunt his growth at all, and we get off of a probably overpaid starting point guard. So let me take a look at that real quick, and we'll see what we can get for Wes Matthews and probably sim through the rest of this season. I think I'm going to consider this offer for Wes Matthews. We're getting Danny Ainge and Scott Wedman back for Wes Matthews and Lonnie Shelton. I'll probably move Danny Ainge to point guard, and we'll start Mark Price there instead. So let's go ahead and do this trade. Now we release that contract of Wes Matthews. All right, so we finished this season 52-30, which I think put us at 3rd seed in the East. We have Moses Malone MVP, Len Bias Rookie of the Year, 6-man Mitchell Wiggins, father of Andrew Wiggins, Sidney Moncrief, defensive player, Hot Rod is most improved. I'm not too worried if we don't make the finals this season. We don't see any of our guys on the All-NBA teams. We do get MJ on All-Defensive Second Team as well as Patrick Ewing. So I think that's all for awards. Oh, we do have Brad Daugherty and Mark Price on the All-Rookie First Team, so that's cool. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stem through this first round. And we get through that one in 4 games. Okay, so we're playing the Bucks next. We'll sim this one game by game. Probably not going to jump into any of this one. I'm going to try and reserve that for like when we get later into these videos. because I feel like that takes a little bit too long. We are up 3-1 though, with a chance to advance to the conference finals, and we do. We're playing the powerhouse Sixers though. The Jazz got first rounded in this, so we don't have to worry about them if we do somehow make the finals. Let me take a look and see how our guys are doing real quick. So weirdly, pretty much everyone's averages are down, like across the board. Like Sabonis is averaging 11 points. Looks like Mark Price probably is up a little bit from where he was at in the regular season, just considering he was coming off the bench for a lot of that. Brad Daugherty's averaging 12 and 6. We're in the conference finals. I don't know why I'm like so skeptic, but we'll go ahead and start simming this series then and find out if we can be competitive with the Sixers. We do take game 1 off of them, and game 2, and game 3. We're in the finals here in the 3rd season. Holy cow. All right, so we're playing the Clippers, who I guess was the best possible result for us. Let's see who they have on their team. They have Norm Nixon. Oh, they have Akeem and Karl Malone. I see. Okay, yeah, this team is pretty good. I guess I can do a rotation adjustment here, just in case we somehow do have a chance. They want Jordan getting 41 minutes. I don't hate that at all. Sabonis did improve just a little bit. Ewing's scoring has gone just nothing but down. Brad Daugherty is averaging 11.6. Okay. I think if anything, I feel like I definitely want McDaniel starting, even though he's averaging 11% from 3. We're going to make Daugherty our new 6-man. We'll give Ewing a few more minutes. We will start Mark Price. I don't know why they're trying to start Danny Ainge. We'll bring his minutes down to like 8-16. Jeff Malone, you can stay at 12 minutes. We need to get Mark Price a little bit more. I'll take 1 minute away from Jordan, give a couple to Ewing and Sabonis, and that will be the rotation here going into the finals. Let's go ahead and start simming this, find out if we can be competitive, and potentially win a finals here in just the 3rd season of the sim. I guess if we do, I'll go a couple more seasons just to see if we can win a couple more. But I will definitely consider this a huge success as we take this game by 34 points. Mark Price made a great decision starting him. He had 30 points, 7 assists. Ewing had 23, 13, and 6. Jordan with 22, 8, and 7. Let's go ahead and simcast game 2 here. Absolutely destroying them somehow. Okay, and then they're starting to come back a little bit in this one. Okay, and they end up taking this game from us, so they steal home court. Okay, I just moved my camera back to the corner because it just makes the screen a little bit less distracting. We are winning early in this game 3. We might relinquish a lead here, but it looks like we're going to take it. We're up 2-1 in this series. MJ with 26, 2, and 9. Sabonis 23, 11, and 8. Ewing did okay. Brad Daugherty did great off the bench. We'll go ahead and get into game 4 here. Taking a lead once again pretty early in this one. We've pretty much led like the entire first half for this entire series, I feel like. And it looks like we are actually going to take game 4 here. Jordan with 32, 5, and 3. Ewing with 39 and 2. 3 steals, 3 blocks. 3 steals for Jordan. So, wow, we actually might win the championship here right now. Let's see if they can do it on the home court. We are... Wow. Okay. Well, I guess with a chance to win the championship here, I guess prematurely put my headset on, so I guess I was expecting to have to jump in at some point. But we'll go ahead and jump in with like 2 minutes left. We'll see what the score is at that point. I'm going to keep letting it do its thing. Okay, 2 minutes left. We're tied at 100. Let's see if I can help this team clinch its first championship. That would be awesome. I'll probably just do like a couple seasons after to see if they can sustain it. All right, well, I accidentally hit the simulate game a little bit more and we're up 2, so sue me. Let's see if we can get a stop here. Brad Daugherty guarding Olajuwon. Not a terrible matchup. Gets a stop. And who's this? This is Ewing with the ball. We do have Jordan on the court. First time we've seen him in the uniform here. And we're going to get a screen. I'm going to try and take this one in. I blow the dunk. Daugherty with a clutch rebound. Get that one out to Jordan. I don't know if he can hit post fades like that yet. We're going to test it out. He nails it. We're up 4.
It's good.
Let's go ahead and try and get a stop here. About 1 minute and 10 left in this game. Okay, Norm Nixon with the ball. Solid screen. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's great defense. That's great defense. We are locking that down. All right. Mark Price, come get the ball. I'm trying to get a 3 with him here. Oh my gosh, that'd been clutch. Wow, that'd been clutch. All right. Oh. Oh, that was almost a really good stop, but we foul. Do they want to keep Sabonis on the bench? Oh, he's fouled out. Okay, so we really don't have a choice. But this is probably like our best lineup, I guess, all things considered. So, dang, this is actually a god squad. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Ewing will come to send me a pick. Let's see if I can get a lob off. Nope, not that one. Okay, get this ball to Jordan. Let's get a screen from Doherty here. I'm gonna try and get a fading jumper, and we hit it. We hit it. It's on Hall of Fame, I swear, but we're up 5. Shot clock theoretically is off. We'll see if we can prevent them from hitting a 3. Almost a great steal there. They're gonna kick it out. Oh my gosh, that dude's wide open. They can kick to Akeem. He shoots a 3. What? He nails a 3. Akeem just hit a 3. Oh my gosh. Oh, if he would have turned it over right there, I would have been insanely annoyed. You hear the chants. They're cheering MVP for number 23 from the UNC. Are you kidding me? It's gonna stop. No threes. No threes. They're gonna try and force one up. They have to. He tried it. We got to stop. And we win a championship in just the 3rd season. Didn't expect it so early, but we'll go ahead and do a few extra seasons. I definitely thought this was going to take a little bit longer. So, yeah, just to see how this team does. And we see Michael Jordan take home the finals MVP. Here are Jordan's stats for the finals. And we will take a look at the rest of the team stats as well. Ewing stepped up big. He averaged 21, 10 boards, 1.4 blocks. Jordan had 1.8 steals, 1.4 blocks. Mark Price was really solid. Arvidas, once he gets into like his prime, he's gonna be super scary. He's still only averaging 14 and 7. Doherty had a solid series. Yeah, I know. Great team performance, I guess. We won the championship. But yeah. All right, we're here in the draft. We do have a late 1st round pick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sim to that. Let's see who's available here. Steve Alford is available. Ken Norman, number 8 overall prospect in this draft. Why would he get past one? He seems solid enough to me. I mean, for the value, why would I not take him? Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick him up. Okay. I mean, you already won a championship, so anything else at this point is just a cherry on top, or I guess maybe multiple cherries. We'll see how many championships we can win. I'll pretty much just go until we don't make the finals. I feel like this team can remain competitive, so we'll see how long we can sustain that, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and get out of the draft here. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and pick up all of the team options here on the screen. All right, this is the only trade I'm gonna make in free agency. We pretty much didn't bring anyone else new into the team because most of our guys that are still on contract are the guys that are gonna be playing. So I didn't really mess with it too much. But we're gonna do this pick and pick up Detroit unprotected 1988 1st round pick. They just lost Isaiah Thomas in free agency as well as their 2nd round pick in that same draft for Danny Ainge. We will have a little bit of money to spend here in free agency because I wasn't really planning on spending too much. So we can go ahead and pick up someone like Rick Mahorn now, give him like 170K for year and team option. Kelvin Ramsey. I don't know why it's still like trying to sign my players for me, but we do pick up Fred Roberts and Tony Campbell. I'm gonna make sure I have that turned off now. Oh yeah, I guess all the free agency stuff was still on, so didn't impact us too much. I mean, we won a championship, so I can't complain. So we have MJ at a 95 overall still, Ewing up to a 91, Sabonis up to an 89. See how much his shot tendency increased. It went up 5. Okay, so 89 and 88 for him. Xavier McDaniels, his stuff shot up a bunch. I think I might have messed with some of them. But let's get back to the regular ratings here. Mark Price up to an 84 already. Brad Doherty up to an 83. Yeah, this team honestly will probably just run it back on its own. So I'm probably not going to make any trades. We'll just get to the end of this 4th season and see if we can do a back-to-back run of the NBA Finals. And there it is. Jordan finishes 72 and 10. A few years early in this universe and wins the MVP in the 1988 season. We do get MJ on the All-NBA first team, of course. Any other All-NBAs from the Bullets? That will be a no. But Ewing and Jordan both make the All-Defensive first team. And, okay, that looks like it's it for awards. So let's go ahead and start simming, see where this team finishes. We get past the first round 3-1. The second round we sweep. We are playing the Sixers again. Here are the player stats so far for the playoffs. Sabonis definitely up on another level, 17, 9, and 7. Jordan's scoring is a little bit down, but he's shooting 65% from the field. So can't hate too much on that. Mark Price is down a little bit, only 12 points. He averaged like 14 in the regular season. Brad Doherty's doing okay. I did the same exact thing last season too. Here were the regular season stats while I'm on the topic. Jordan averaged 22, 5, and 7 like we already saw. Sabonis 14, 10, and 7. Okay, yeah, cool. Go ahead and start simcasting some of these games. We're going to start obviously with the first game of the series, and we are winning this one pretty easily, it would seem. They tried to make a comeback, but a little bit too late. Jordan had 32, 4, and 5 steals. Holy cow. Dr. J still in the league. He had 26. Let's see if we can win game 2 here. I'll go ahead and simcast this as well. And game 2 is looking pretty good. Pretty much wire to wire once again. Unless they come back right here. They don't. We win by 6. Ewing that time had 28, 8, and 4. 3 blocks. Jordan only had 16. Didn't need to score as many, apparently, as we were up 2-0 in the series. Let's go ahead and go to this game 3. All right, game 3 is looking a little different here. I don't think we've led for like a single second in this game, and we lose that one. So we're still at 2-1. And game 4 underway. Let's see if we can maybe steal this one and go up 3-1. And doesn't look like that is going to be the case. We lose by 2. Dang. All right, we're back in Washington for game 5. We'll go ahead and sim through this one real quick, see if we can take the lead in the series. And, okay, holding a good lead here down the stretch. And, okay, we are going to say game 5. Tony Campbell led the team in scoring with 28. I guess it's good that I re-signed him. And we'll go ahead and get in here into game 6. See if we can close them out a little early, avoid that game 7. And okay, good lead here, don't blow it, and we do advance to the NBA Finals for the second consecutive season. Mark Price had 22 and 13. Moses Malone tried his best, but he might be on his way to retiring. He's still 33. He's got some time. I'm just going to shorten the rotation up here for the playoff. I also realized I have bench utilization like super high. So I'm going to change that. They're going to bring Tony Campbell back into the starting lineup. Sabonis getting 38 minutes. Let me make you guys chill on that a little bit. Everything else, though, looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and start simming this final series, and hopefully we can get a second straight ring. All right, here we go with game 1. Let's see if we can take it. If we take this one, I might just start simming some of the games, get through this a little quicker, but it looks like we might actually drop game 1 here. 21 seconds left, and they take that one. Dang, I almost thought about jumping in, but I'm just gonna let the CPU do its thing at this point. We already won our team a championship. Everything else, icing on the cake. The Bullets were leading in this one. The game starts to go back and forth, but we take this one by 8 points. Ewing of 25, 10, 2 blocks. All right, here we go with game 3. Let's go ahead and take this one. Come on now, we're in Dallas. We are up pretty early in this one, and seems to be a growing lead at that. And we take game 3 pretty handily. Or is that game 4? Game 3 or 4? Game 3. Let's go ahead and sim game 4. We do take that one. That was a 14-point win for us. Jordan with 35, 2, and 4 steals, 1 block. Mark Price with 22 and 16. Sabonis 17 and 19. Doherty 11 and 7 off the bench. This team is absolutely stacked.
Another
we
one.
Take the finals for a second consecutive year, and Arvydas Sabonis is the finals MVP. All right, here's how I picked up in this last draft: John Starks, Tim Perry, and Avery Johnson. I'm going to go ahead and pick up all of our team options. And then after that, I think we just have to re-sign Jordan. And then we will be going into this next season. Looking at player progression, it's pretty possible that we have 5 90 overall players going into the next season. But yeah, I'm just going to run it back with this team, and we'll hopefully get a 3rd straight championship. 3-peat, just like Jordan did in real life just a few years earlier. All right, and the Bullets are absolutely cooking for this season. At the trade deadline, we're 38-2, and then we'll take a quick look at the player stats and get to the end of this one of the player stats for the season. No, that is not a fake record. We are currently 78-3 towards the end of this season. We'll go ahead and get past this last game of 78-4. Dang, 79-3 would have been crazy. MJ wins MVP. Danny Manning, Rookie of the Year. Andrew Toney, 6-man. Defensive player goes to Glenn Bias. Holy cow, for 14 rebounds. Johnny Dawkins, Coach of the Year, of course, Matt Hill, 78-4. All NBA teams, we do see Arvidas and MJ there. No Patrick Ewing, unfortunately. Too many good centers in the league at this point. He does get on the inaugural All-NBA third team, though, so he's not completely without credit, I guess. And let's see, defensive teams, we get Jordan first team, and then second team we get Ewing. Cool. I'm gonna move my camera, start simming some games again. Let's see how round 1 goes here. We take that one in 4. Round 2, we take that one in 4. Round 3, we take that one in 4. I'll go game by game with this one. We go and win the first 2 games of the series. We win that one.
Another one.
It is a sweep in the finals, just like that. Patrick Ewing wins finals MVP. Let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff stats real quick, and then we will go to the next season. So Ewing averaged 22, 10, 2 assists, 2.4 blocks. Jordan only averaged 19 points, and I think we only lost 1 game that whole playoffs. Doherty was the 3rd leading scorer when we have Sabonis and Mark Price. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's 3 straight championships. Let's go ahead and see if we can make it 4. All right, here's a look at player progression going into the 89-90 season. Jordan still 96, Ewing 92, Sabonis 91, Mark Price goes up to an 88, Doherty is an 87, so not quite 90s yet for either of them. Xavier McDaniels up to an 83, and then the rest of the team pretty much the same. I did get John Starks last year in the draft, so he is progressing pretty well, but other than that, it's going to be pretty much the same team. So let's go ahead and get to the end of this season and find out if we can win a 4th straight ring. So apparently the Bullets experienced a pretty significant drop off this year and go from 78-4 to 76-6. Yeah, not much of a fall off, but we somehow don't win the MVP. With all that being said, Karl Malone takes it for the Clippers. Tim Hardaway wins Rookie of the Year. 6-man Kevin McHale. David Robinson, Defensive Player of the Year. He had some crazy stats. Yeah, Coach of the Year, all that good stuff. We don't even have anyone on the first team or the second team. We do get Jordan on the third team, but that's it. Okay. We get him on the all-defensive first team. And yeah, no, that's actually it. Wow. Go ahead and sim round 1. Let's get past that. Let's go ahead and beat New York. Let's go ahead and beat the Nets. We just swept all the way through the East without even trying. Let's see if we can sweep through the finals as well. We take game 2, game 3, and I'm going to adjust the rotation just in case there's anything they want to change. Let's go ahead and simcast game 4. Maybe I'll get some gameplay if this one's close. We are down 5 with 1:28. I'll see if we can win this game just to maintain a perfect record for the playoffs. If not, no big deal. We'll probably win this series anyways, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into this game. Headset is back on. Let's see why they have Ewing at small forward. It's kind of crazy. Gets a block, maybe that's why. Okay, oh my gosh. Good defense, gotta get aboard. Okay. It's up to Jordan. Alright. Got Ewing here in the post. Mark Price, can't hit the 3. Good board from Ewing. Alright, let's see if we can get straight into the paint here. Get a foul. Alright, that was clutch. First free throw is good. I don't think Jordan still has like a really good free throw. We do make the second as well. Stop here is huge. Come on. Get out of the paint, Sabonis. Nice. Come over and help. We'll get over to Cummings. I know we can hit long middies. Okay, still good defense, still good defense. We get the stop, come on. All right, come on. Mark Price hits the three! We tie it up with 15 seconds left. Dang, I actually didn't think I was going to be able to do that, but here we are. Let's see if we can get a stop and potentially end this game before overtime starts. We got to get a stop here, though. That's the most important part. Oh, my God. Get back, Sabonis. He's going to try and slip. Okay, we're back. Ewing, get back. Price, get up. No! Oh, and he misses! And just like that, we're going to overtime. Let's see if we can close this out in a sweep. I got this down to 1 minute and 53 left. We are up 6. Swear I didn't cheat this or anything. That's what it put me up by. So I'm going to go in. If I can score like 1 or 2 baskets, this really should be game over. So let me go ahead and jump back in and see if I can close this game out. We still have all of our starters, I guess, aside from McDaniel. And he looks like he's fouled out. We gotta get a stop here. No layups for Vandeweghe. Oh, I jumped too early. Dang. That should have been a block. Alright. We get the ball back. Oh, Jordan has 13 assists. Okay. What's Mark Price at? 34 and 8? Holy. He's got a little bit of a dribble bag. Okay. We'll get this over to Jordan, though. Shoot that fade. Nope. Ewing with the board. Kick it out. Just use some clock. We get a full reset. Jordan. Oh, we almost got that rebound too. All right, that was probably a dumb shot. Let's close off that paint. Vandeweghe can't hit it. Ewing another board. Gotta get this one up. We got 1 minute left. We're up 4. Don't need to panic here. Wow, I just made a lot of space to step back. I'm not gonna lie. No. Oh my God. Get the ball. There's no way Sabonis didn't pick that ball up. Okay, that's fine. I think they try and run. Harper does not want to shoot a 3. I know that for sure. Johnson, you can take that. That's fine. All right, we're up 2 with 34 seconds left. They do not need to foul, so we can use all the clock in the world here. Let's get up to Ewing real quick. Oh my God. Throwing some good double teams at me. All right. This is going to be Jordan per game. Another one. He can't make it. Dang. Gotta get a stop on Vandeweghe. No 3s. Absolutely no 3s. Oh my gosh. He shoots it. It's off. And we sweep all the way through the finals. No losses in the playoffs. And we win, I think, our 4th or 5th straight championship.
This is the moment they've been working towards all season long. And even if they don't get to celebrate in front of their home fans, that does not take anything away from the satisfaction.
Here were Jordan's stats for the finals. He averages 22, 5, and 8, 1.5 steals, 2 blocks a game as a shooting guard is nuts. But yeah, I think there's technically only 1 season left anyways, because the 91-92 season is the official start of the Jordan era in the game. So we're just going to go ahead and sim through this last season and see if we can pretty much win. What did I say it was? It was 4 championships we've won so far. So we just need to win 1 more, make it 5 straight, and yeah, see if we can do it. In the final season, Michael Jordan goes for another MVP as we win 72 games in the regular season, so 72 and 10. Lionel Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Kevin McHale, 6th man. Don't really care. Okay, Coach of the Year for like the 8th straight year. They even tried to change our coach. It didn't matter. Jordan gets All-NBA first team. We get Arvydas Sabonis on the 2nd team, and then looks like that's it for us. Okay. All defensive first team, we get MJ. Defensive 2nd team, we get nobody. I'm gonna hope I don't have to move this face cam again, because this should be a sweeperoonie and cheese through this playoffs. We have not lost a game yet. We go all the way to the finals without a loss once again. We'll sim game 1 as we lose to the Mavericks. We win game 2. We win game 3. We win game 4. Let's take a look at the rotation. Yeah, they still have everything pretty much how I said it before. Jordan's averaging 28, 5, and 7. McDaniel's averaging 14. Ewing's averaging 20 and 12, almost 3 blocks. Sabonis 16, 13, and 7. And then Mark Price averaging 14 and 11. Yeah, this is probably chalk. Let's just go ahead and sim through this one. Confirm the W. Let's not blow this game. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, wait. Oh, we almost actually came back. Wow. Okay. Going to game 6. Let's hope we close this out. Come on. Let's not make this any crazier than it needs to be. Let's just keep this lead. Let's keep it going. And let's go ahead and close this one
Another
out with the
one.
5th straight championship. And Michael Jordan wins another Finals MVP. Jordan, as I already saw, averaged 28, 5, and 7. Ewing averaged about 21, 12 boards, almost 3 blocks a game. Sabonis averaged 16, 12, and 7. Mark Price with 15 and 11. McDaniel 13 and 5. Doherty averaged 11 and 9. And yes, this team won 5 straight championships, pretty much starting from the, I believe, 2nd full season of the video. But nonetheless, this team pretty much dominated the Magic Bird era. So we'll go ahead and bring an end to this video. I had a lot of fun recording this video. If you guys have any suggestions for similar videos like this, or anything else you guys want to see, any other games, anything like that, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on what you want to see next. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.